Previously on Guardians of Fehal.
Last time we left our adventures, Rowan was experiencing what doctors called a latent adolescent magical awakening. He is also suspected to be experiencing memories from a previous life, as some Fae spirits reincarnate. Meanwhile, Una was followed on her way back to the guild from the Fae Steps. After everyone minus Nora returned, feeling pressured, she asked the group to help her with a task to prove herself as an adult in the eyes of her village. She is searching for a murderer and is convinced that they are somehow connected to the attempted guild break-in, as well as to the Venerable, the elusive criminal element that haunts the city of Bayan. Hans and Franz and Rowan agreed to help Una, but feel wary of her motivations and her secretive nature. Rowan, still grappling with his awakening powers, attempted to meditate for the night and received a new memory. Una went to speak with Ben, who tried to encourage her in trusting the others and help her on her mission. But the conversation and pressure led her out of the room to find a place to cry alone for the night. Nora, after spending a busy day working on your potions, you made a fantastic impression on the guild's alchemist, Lucius, who invited you out for an evening of gathering potion ingredients out in the western fields. You spent time waiting for the moon to rise and the dew to appear on the ground before being able to collect the wild herb that grows in that part of town. Now you arrive back, helping him carry the herbs to the alchemist quarters. It's close to 10 o'clock at night. You haven't eaten dinner, and your boots and clothes are muddy from the fields. What do?
Nora would probably be really hungry at this point, so she would probably go and try to find something just to, like, you know, take to bed, almost like a midnight snack. That's a little early.
Sure.
And so she'd probably go off to, like, the kitchen first to try to find something to eat, and just, like, something very simple, because she wouldn't want to eat this late at night.
Like a full bag of Funyuns.
Yeah, like
Bag of Funyuns. It's her
You know, an
go-to
entire bag of Cheetos.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
She brings them to bed and is like, oh god, why are the sheets all orange?
It's the craziest dreams all night long. Like, I knew I should have eaten all those Cheetos before bed.
You wake up and she's transformed into a cheetah.
There we go.
You can easily go to the kitchen and find a couple servants there still cleaning up, and they can get you some, like, bread and cheese pretty easily.
Okay.
Don't eat too much cheese. It'll give you the toots.
Do they have, like, fruit or any nuts that she could have?
They would definitely have nuts. For
Okay.
fruit. High or low?
7.
Low? They have some strawberries.
Okay.
And
She
apples.
would probably take a couple strawberries, an apple, and then a little bit of the bread, but she would leave the cheese.
Okay.
And she'll scurry up to bed. Kind of like, is everybody else asleep in the, like, sleeping
Yeah,
quarter
everyone
area?
else is basically asleep. By the way, your clothes you're kind of dripping mud as you walk around.
Yeah. I'm just kind of, like, gonna peek in and check to see if people are sleeping, but I'm not gonna go into the room, and
Okay.
instead I'm gonna kind of just wrap up the food into, like, a cloth just to keep it not gross, and then head to the bathing area just so that I can,
Rinse
like,
off.
wash off and clean up my clothes and
Breakfast
change.
and bath.
Lo and behold, Hans and Franz is in there. Oh, no, it's good to see you.
Why are you in the woman's bath, you asshole?
He still hasn't figured that out yet.
What are gender signs, really?
Well, that would show someone wearing a dress. My brother wears a kilt.
You would make that mistake. No, you can easily make your way to the bathing area, and you think it's empty, but then there is somebody in there in the bathtub, facing away from you.
Can I?
Duh.
What do they?
Well,
look
one of the
like?
bathtubs.
Can I tell who it is?
Just make a perception check.
You leery-eyed druid.
That's not very good.
What's your passive?
Hold on. Let me check. Yeah, my passive's better. 16.
Yeah. Judging by, like, the incredibly long hair that is, like, reddish brown, you think it might be Una?
Una, is that you?
Yeah, what's Una doing in here?
So Una is in the bathtub. Her hair is down, which you haven't seen before. And you hear like a couple of like sniffles, and then she moves and then like ducks under the water.
Oh. Nora's.
But her hair is obviously so long it doesn't go in the tub.
So
with
it's
her.
like just like floating
It's just,
hair.
it like
Hanging
floats
off
over
the
the
edge.
edge
Yeah.
of the tub.
Getting some serious ring girl vibes from
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
You have 7 days.
Nora will just like set her stuff aside on like a counter or a stool or whatever they have around here, and then go ahead and get into the bath just to wash off and stuff. But she's gonna try not to bother Una because she can, or whoever this is, she is assuming it's Una.
It's not there.
Just to like kind of let her be, and because clearly she doesn't really want to talk right now, so she's just kind of like, I'll just take care of myself quick.
I guess, how long would you be in there?
Nora would be in there for a little while because she is sore from walking and like,
Bending over, picking up herbs.
yeah, like it's just like been tiring, so she would take some time to relax.
You're gonna see how long Una can hold her breath. Hold on.
2 hours.
What's your constitution score?
Well, it's a 13.
So
Well, what is your constitution score?
13.
1.
1. It's +1.
In your seal form, you can hold your breath up to 2
2
hours.
But I'm not in my seal form, so that's why I'm like,
Does it apply?
does it apply? Like 5 minutes is about how long, like,
Yeah.
like a Navy SEAL can hold their breath for 10 minutes underwater.
I would assume Una could hold her breath for 5 minutes, but I think after 2 minutes, you would probably be concerned that this
Oh.
person isn't coming up.
Yeah, I would be like just relaxing and then just kind of like a peeking over, wondering if they're ever gonna come up. And at some point, she would just kind of like scoot over a little bit to like where they're at and slowly like poke where she thinks the head of this person is and just be like, hello?
Una would slowly poke her head up, and like you can clearly see her eyes are bloodshot, super puffy. It's very clear that she's been crying.
Her nose is all red too, probably.
Nose is probably red.
Una, are you okay?
I'm fine. How are you? You missed dinner.
Yeah, I was able to do a lot of really cool potion making while I was gone, and I think I made some stuff that could help our group. But are you sure you're okay? You seem really tired or sad? I can't really tell.
Just a lot of emotions. I was thinking about my mom and had a rough night.
Did something happen?
You could say that. Well, do you want to join me in the tub and we can talk?
We're in the tub.
Oh, is it one big tub? I thought we were
It's like one
individual.
giant bath.
They're individual a little
Yeah,
bit.
Oh, are
But
they individual?
There is a shared one if you go like into the next steam room.
Oh.
I was thinking about there's probably at least a shared
Well,
one.
right.
Could two
But
of
you
us
could just-
fit in a barrel? Or
You're
not
kind of
really?
it'd be a really tight fit. Like you
Okay.
guys would be like knees together facing each
Nora
other.
would go ahead and like wrap a towel around her and then like get up and head over into like
Yeah,
whatever
I would,
shared
I
room
would
you
do the
have.
same.
Lean on
Yeah.
the hey. Una.
What's up?
Yeah, I would follow Nora, I guess, into the more communal area. As long as there's no one there, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It's probably super late, so there's probably no one there.
Mhm.
And definitely, Una would probably be extremely vigilant and super paranoid and make sure no one is there. So however long it took her to like walk around and make sure like no one was hiding.
Like, give me a perception check.
Checking all the curtains.
She's paranoid. Oh, that's decent. We have a 20.
There's nobody there.
That's
You
good.
are
Would
confident.
Nora would notice that she's looking around like this.
Una is literally walking around with a towel, like just looking in corners and looking behind
Okay.
drapes and everything. It's a little suspicious. Normally she's very carefree, and this is out of character for her.
Okay.
Fun fact, so now you see the full length of Una's hair and it's past her knees, like below her. So when she's walking around, it's just like Cousin It style.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
feet. So, yeah, it's great. So I'm glad to hear your potion stuff went well. I was wondering if you'd be willing to help me. I asked the guys earlier today. They seemed slightly okay with helping. Would you want to help me?
Help with what?
So, I haven't told you guys the reason why I'm here. I'm actually looking for someone from my village who came here. I need to find a group of people called the First Ones who are killers. They kill men, women, and kids, and babies and stuff. And I'm here trying to find one. And I think they're connected to the thieves group that lives in the shades, but I'm not sure. And I asked the guys for help, and they seemed willing in their own ways.
Oh, okay, hold on. This is a lot to take in. So, why do you have to find them?
So for me to get my brand, which a brand is what I get when I become an adult in my village, and in order for me to do that, I need to find these guys.
Oh, so it's like a rite of passage, kind of?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, we have those in our village too. I mean, it's not that that's much more dangerous than what we have to do, but no, it's not that much different. So how would we help? Just try to find these people with you?
Well, I had some ideas, but I'm gonna listen to Hans and Franz's idea first of talking to people before just going and looking. So we're gonna talk to
Hughs.
They're going to talk to Hughes.
they're gonna talk to Hughes tomorrow and get some information. And if you want to help me tomorrow, because I have to go see Rhiannon at the school tomorrow, and then if you and since Rowan's also coming with, want to help me maybe find entrances to the sewers tomorrow while they're doing that thing, and then mainly just find him and either help me kill him and find the group, or maybe if I could bring him alive and get him safely back to my village for punishment, that would be great too.
I would say that later option is probably the ideal one. But
I have a feeling it's gonna be more of a life and death thing, unfortunately.
Okay, so that's the type of people these are. Well, I mean, they sound terrifying, but I trust you to make a good decision, so I'll help you out, I guess. If everybody else was, why were you crying though?
It's just been a rough day. There's a few questions that were brought up by Hans and Franz that I wasn't sure of the answer to, and I don't think that they liked the fact I didn't know how I felt about it. And then I went and talked to someone else, and then I thought about my mom, and it was rough.
Do you mind sharing what those questions were?
More of was I willing to use other people to get what I need? At what point, like, where kind of I lied in my morals? And I, of course, wouldn't want anyone to get hurt, but at the same time, I don't think that I am hurting other people, but maybe I am hurting other people. And I had a small idea and didn't like that idea, and which is fine. Like, everyone, it was just, yeah.
Well, I don't think it's very fair to question your morals, considering if you were a bad person, you wouldn't have asked us at all. You would have just brought us into it regardless of how we felt. The fact that you asked in the first place and wanted to see if we would be willing to help you shows a lot. So, and that you trust us. And I can tell you, I trust you. You've helped me through a lot of stuff, and I mean, you've been helping me learn how to swim. So...
Una's gonna give Nora, like, a giant hug and, like, envelop you.
Nora will give you a hug back.
Okay.
Here, come here and sit down.
And Nora's gonna go ahead and take Una's very wet hair, I'm assuming at this point.
It's drenched.
And-
Well, it might be drying towards the end, but
Maybe,
otherwise,
yeah.
yes, it's
She's
probably
gonna
wet,
kind
but-
of like comb through it with her fingers
Mhm.
and try to get it to a manageable point where she can rebraid it for you.
Aw.
And she's just gonna kind of keep talking to you for a bit, and
At this point, Una's gonna cut part of her hair and give it to you as well, as a sign of
Aw.
friendship. So,
Well, when I have the ability to, I will cut a piece of my hair too.
I take her.
Oh,
Nora will go ahead. She'll take it and she'll be like, "Oh, where should I cut it? At what where makes sense so that it doesn't look ridiculous?" And then she'll pick out like a piece from underneath, like behind her ear, and just cut a little piece off, hand it over to Una.
I'm gonna braid it into my hair and kind of knot it in like I do with Hans and Friends.
so I have to ask, are you gonna be okay around everybody else? It seems like you were very upset after talking to them, and I just want to make sure we're all gonna be okay.
It wasn't just them. Like, it was more of a me thing. I don't want to disappoint my village, and I afraid I already said too much that would betray my village, but I don't want to put myself in harm's way, so it was more of a, I felt like I was letting my village down and my mom down, so I definitely don't want to do that, so.
Well, I think you're doing the best that you can, so try not to be too hard on yourself, okay?
I'll try. And you can definitely tell, like, as I'm currently tearing up, Una would be as well. So it's more of like just all of the emotions from the day, the talk with Hans and Franz, the talk with Benz is just, it's really just bubbling over inside, and she's beating herself up, and you can, it's clear in her body language, which I'm not portraying very well, but she's very, you can tell that she's just very, not really depressed, just, I guess, overwhelmed, as I said before, would probably be the best way.
Give me a medicine check.
Oh, God.
Oh boy, okay.
She's high.
Oh, God.
23.
She's dead
She
inside.
looks really shaky, as in, and you can kind of see with just her sometimes having a hard time focus that you're like,
She hasn't eaten.
yeah, she looks like she hasn't eaten in a long time.
I had a cookie.
I know, but like you haven't eaten since the day
Sweet
before
sugar.
Okay, when you were 16, Megan, could you have gone like 24 plus hours without eating anything but a
With
cookie?
a cookie? Hell yeah. I know several dance competitions where I thrived off of just a cookie.
Una looks a little
Shaky.
Yeah, and you can hear her stomach crawling too. Like,
That would definitely be true.
Una, are you hungry?
Yeah, a little bit. I only had a cookie.
Well, that just won't do.
And she's gonna go ahead and she's gonna get the towel again and scurry out to where she put all of her stuff, and she's gonna bring back the little thing of apple and strawberries and the nuts and stuff, and bread and everything, and she'll lay it out and split it all in half
I love
so
that
that
you're
they
having
can.
a picnic in the back.
And then, yep, and then she's gonna ask Una for her dagger so she can cut the apple in half. And just kind of hand her a portion of it. Yep,
Naked picnic. That's what we're having. Right
that's
now in
what
the
that's what
bath.
this is.
Oh, if we ever get fan art,
Oh my God.
Great, I'm good with it.
there's
Yeah.
like steam bubbles in the appropriate places.
Yeah.
Yep.
The inappropriate places.
Yeah.
Well, you should at least try to eat something, just so that you're not, weak for tomorrow.
Yeah, Una will slowly start eating some of the fruit first, and then the bread, and then she'll probably like devour like half the apple after this point because she's calmed down and finally able to eat without feeling nauseous.
Less ravenous.
Less ravenous. I'll also probably summon Spreel around that point too and have him swim around in the bath
Oh.
for the communal bath. So he's just like puttering away in the water.
He's actually like zooming around it.
Well, do you feel like you're gonna be okay?
Yeah, I will. It's just hard. It's been a long time since I've seen my village and my friends, and it'll be fine.
Okay. Well, if you need any of us for anything, you can always come to any of us. Right?
in time, you guys will know everything. I can't tell you guys everything now, and that's what makes it a little hard. But I know in time, I'll at least be able to tell you everything. So
That's okay. I mean, I understand having to keep things secret for, your own safety or your family's safety or your village's safety, and it wouldn't be fair to us to force you to say things that you don't want to say. As long as you're truthful to us when you talk to us, that's all I ask. Okay?
Una's gonna totally give Nora another hug.
Aww.
Nora will just pat her on her back and, just like let
This
her.
is probably very weird because like Una's just full naked, like lunging at you. And
Nora
I
doesn't care.
apologize.
Nora doesn't care.
That's good.
You guys are like sisters now.
No, she'll just pat your back and like try to like calm you down a little bit. And after a bit, Nora's gonna gather her things and go change and just kind of.
You can kind of wash your clothes up a little bit too in the room.
Yeah,
There's, like, a
just
little
get rid of the
washing
mud.
station. Yeah, there's a washing station where you
Yeah.
can get those in, and they have I now that I've thought more about what amenities the guild hall would have, like they don't have like just spare outfits, but they do have a lot of like white, just kind of like undershirts and skiffs that like the servants could like grab a new one where they're
White shirts and what?
skiffs.
A boat?
No, like
A ship?
That's a skiff. Skiv.
skiff.
Is it skiff or
I
skiv?
think there's an item of medieval clothing I thought called like a skiff, where it's like a
Hey,
like a
Google.
dress.
I know what a shift is, but I don't know what a skiff is.
Maybe
Other
I could
than
be
a
wrong.
boat.
I could be wrong. Yes, they have boats in the bathroom.
If I get white
It's-
boats, I'll fucking get in two.
You're gonna go in there and just see you playing with boats in the bathtub. You sunk
Now
my
where's
battle-
Captain Squickus?
You sunk my battleship, brother.
SKIF.
Fire the ballista.
Maybe it is a shift. I could be completely wrong.
Because like their shift dresses and stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe.
shift is usually like
Okay.
a female like undergarment.
Yeah, there's something like that where it's like a kind of like a
like a nightshirt almost.
yeah, like a nightshirt. Because like back in the days, they used to just have those layers, and your outer layer usually you didn't wash as much, but the under one you'd wash like almost every other day. So
Mhm.
yeah, they have like spare ones of that. They're like shapeless, but you could feasibly put that on to leave in, and then let your other clothes are drying.
Yeah.
So
Nora would.
as she's trying to do that, I'm just gonna use the wand of prestidigitation
Just start
4
drying it.
times and clean it up to the best of my ability. Or how many times would it take? Just one wave, or would I have to use a couple of waves?
Probably a couple waves with how much mud is caked on there, but
Yeah.
it's you
Square
can do
foot.
it pretty like.
Yeah.
It's
And if
good.
there's anything, then I'll take out the wand of mending and fix anything if it's torn.
Yeah, the hems are a little rough on the bottom, but they're
Okay.
good.
We'll mend.
Oh,
We'll
thank
flick
you.
of the wand.
You just really wanted to use your wands, didn't you?
wand. Wand. Oh, wand.
Wait, where was Una keeping the? Never mind.
And her boots.
You went into the.
Tucked up in the fur. No, she's went out with Nora when Nora went to go get her
Oh,
dress.
she's got the
Yeah,
boots
they-
with the fur.
Got the boots with the fur.
So yeah, Nora will go ahead and get dressed and
Una will as well.
Mm-hmm.
give Una one last hug. And
Yeah. It's probably like closer to 11 at night. Now
Yeah.
it's late.
We should get to bed.
What?
They're not me. 11 isn't that late.
Yeah, but when you live in a society where there's no electricity
and where
wake
you get up at
dawn.
dawn.
I have a brother who can cast light whenever the fuck he wants.
Yeah,
I
I'm saying
read
the rest
by
of
light a
society.
illuminated stone.
Y'all probably wake up at like daybreak.
We guys
Yeah.
slept in until noon today.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
sleep schedule's kind of fucked.
That's fine.
It was a long day.
It
You're
was
probably
exhausted.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emotionally exhausted. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Spurriel will be with me this whole time. I'm not going to de-summon him before I go to bed.
He'll cuddle with
Cute.
you if you want him to.
Oh, yeah.
but
He's
yeah.
totally going to be my cuddle buddy tonight. Like
Yeah.
a stuffed animal and snuggle up with that. Poor Spurriel.
Remember, he's only got- he's only got, like-
1 o'clock in the morning. There's just. He runs out of his points.
As he's been suffocated.
Oh, poor Spurriel.
No. You're not gonna suffocate your puffin. So
Oh, boy.
yes, you make it to bed, Una. They're all asleep.
Nora's gonna scurry off to her bed and
Okay. Your brother's there watching.
Yeah. Okay. So we know that I just like go on sentry mode and I can see everything that's
Yes.
happening.
Mhm.
You see her walk in.
Would I would I be able to wake up? Like how?
You're aware.
You're
of
aware
Okay.
of everything.
Yeah.
So as soon as I see her,
Uh-huh.
I'd be like, Nora.
Yeah.
I have I have so many things to tell you about what happened today.
Okay, hold on. This is a lot of things happening the instant I get back. What's going on?
It's just like work, Sam.
It is like work. This is like whenever I leave for vacation and I feel guilty about it.
What is it?
Well, I guess the biggest thing is I can do this and I cast light.
Baldu, stop it!
Oh, sorry.
Not me. Whatever.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. But do you remember the voices that I was hearing?
Yeah, the one we talked about?
Yeah. So Hans and Franz and I went to the university and we talked to Rhiannon, and that's when all of this happened because they were doing things and
Nora will take that.
In front of you?
I'm gonna have a talk with Hans and Franz tomorrow.
they were doing magic, and I said,
Oh, it was magical.
Show me your spell components.
Without your focus.
Oh my god.
Oh.
my
Giggle
god.
fest.
and I said, I wish I could do magic, and then I could. And they brought the doctor in just to make sure that I was okay, and I didn't know if he would be able to find anything or not, but he checked me out and he said that everything was okay. But I can do magic now. And he does light again.
Sorry. Not me. Whatever.
Rowan, put that out. Put that out.
Oh,
Put that out.
Okay.
How did you even discover that you could do this?
I just said I wish I could do magic, and I was moving my hands around,
And then just poof?
and then just poof.
When you
Hans and Franz.
Still bitter that wish didn't give you the
Yeah.
magic tattoo.
Way to waste the wish, buddy. Could have had magical tattoos, but no.
Nope.
Well, that's certainly unexpected.
You're telling me.
Since when can Rowan
Oh
talk
boy,
like
you're
that?
telling me, mister.
Oh, gee whiz. I don't know, Rick.
The serious conversation is so just broken apart.
It is.
I'm sorry.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
Josh.
Well, how about tomorrow we go over all of this stuff that happened while I was gone for only a day and a half, and then I'll be okay. We're gonna be fine. Okay, go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Nora's gonna scurry into bed and try to fall asleep with all these things running through her head of everything that she learned over like the last hour.
You're exhausted. It takes like 10 minutes for your mind to settle
Okay,
down.
thank
You
God.
just crash.
At this point, like Nora's just like, I leave for a day and a half, and everything blows up. They
Yup.
can't live without me.
You are indisposable.
Apparently.
So yeah,
Um,
he wakes up bright and early.
okay, you wake up bright and early. What would you like to do with the morning? Everyone else is still asleep.
Well, after some steak and eggs, he would go to the forge and get back to work.
Okay.
How much time left do you have?
Another 8 hours at least.
Another day.
Okay.
Shortening it a bit because he's literally using all of his spells.
Yeah.
And, like his channels. And I'm like, as a forge cleric, let's just subtract a day from this for
I am
experience.
specialized in making things. I cut it down.
Yeah. So pretty soon you'll just be able to make items.
In the
Next one.
In the morning when everyone else wakes up, probably Rowan, you are awake until Nora gets up, unless you go leave and do something else. And Una, you sleep in just a little bit, and then you can get up, and if you wanted to work on your letter or do anything else, you could do that.
I haven't sent that yet.
You haven't sent it yet. I know we read it, and I have
we
the
read
recording.
it.
But yeah, what would Una like to do in the morning?
Definitely this time write the letter because it's more truthful now. If anyone wants to read the letter, they're more than welcome to later.
I'll do it because they're outside. So,
Oh.
because I'm assuming the rest of you guys are gonna meet up
Here.
for breakfast.
Yeah, Nora will.
Yeah. Oh,
she would want to go downstairs and start writing the letter to her family.
Okay.
Sweet.
I asked all of them what they were doing when they woke up in the morning. He's in the forge. They're writing letters. I don't know what Rowan's doing. What is your character doing in the
Working
morning,
on
hon?
his musical instrument.
Just normal morning routine. And get some exercise in and bathe and food.
Are you bathing in the river, or are you bathing in the
No, he'd
river?
bathe because I mean he probably bathes in the river like every other day and then bathes in the baths on the off days. Just cleaning and then there's cleaning.
Diversified, yes.
You know.
Gotta have that cold water.
Yeah, you gotta revitalize yourself. a bit.
Brisk.
It's gonna be it's getting a little cooler in the mornings now as you're heading into fall with the river, but yeah. Just so you know.
Invigorating.
But yeah, you can easily get breakfast and you guys have your letters. I'm assuming you guys eventually meet up at breakfast. Are you going to
Nora's been at the breakfast.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
she's at the breakfast table. So you
Mhm.
probably would run into her first and then if Rowan
Wolf
was
had
there-
see her and stop first.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
You'd run into her first. I'm like, well, hopefully I'd see
Got
her
it.
first.
Yeah.
and stop.
And I just was like, whatever. No. Nora's at the breakfast table.
Good morning, Nora.
Oh, good morning.
How's your day?
It was good. It was really good. Learned a lot. Found a lot of really interesting plants I hadn't seen before. And what did I all end up making in terms of potions?
You would have gotten your greater healing potion done.
Okay.
And I did get that greater healing potion finished, so I think we're going to be a little more prepared for next time.
Very nice. Have you talked to your brother at all?
Yes. What was that? So 2 things. He said first he discovered that he had magic when he was with you and Rhiannon, and that you guys were doing things. What was going on?
I don't know what you mean. I mean, I cast heroism. No, I cast
Aid.
aid. I cast aid,
I gave
and
her
then
AIDS.
she. And then she just spelled my sword. God damn it.
She just
Nora-
spelled the sword.
Nora's face slowly gets more judgmental of like are you really going here?
And I'll take out my sword and I'll be like, they cast something on it to keep it from being unsheathed.
Try not to make it sexual. I fucking dare you.
Yeah. And she dispelled the. She made it so I could unsheath my sword. I don't know how to put this any better, and I apologize to our audience.
No, that's perfect.
But now she showed me how she could dispel magic, and then first I did the aid, and then she did that.
I think I understand, and I think my brother just misunderstood or just didn't know what he was saying. Okay, never mind. Regardless, he can do magic now. How did you guys figure that out?
Well, I think he's some sort of great wizard, because he did some wish spell, and then he could cast light. I was really hoping he'd make my tattoos come to life, but you know.
Okay.
But the doctor said something about light and growing up magic. I don't know, something.
Huh. Yeah, my brother mentioned something kind of about that too. Well, I think probably what we're going to have to do is just talk to Pop about it, because I don't even think he understands what's going on. Rowan, I mean.
Yeah, I seem pretty confused. Did you say anything about... Well, now I'll wait to ask him. The doctor said something else, but it's not mine to say.
Oh, well, he didn't really, he just didn't know how he did it, so it's all I really remember from what we talked about. I mean, other than, just adolescent, like, just not, I don't know. We'll talk to Rowan when he comes back down.
Yeah. You haven't by chance seen Una, have you?
Yeah, I saw her last night.
Was she okay?
So we were in the bathtub and
She seemed upset. Do you know more about what happened? Because she seemed like she was explaining something to you guys, and she explained it to me. I understand what's going on, but and I told her that we'd be happy to help her. It's just,
Of course, yeah.
but I just want to make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, me too. She seemed very thoughtful about the things my brother and I asked her about, and I didn't mean to hurt her feelings if we did, but there are questions that need to be answered. If you're gonna find out who you are.
What questions did you guys ask her?
I'm gonna look around. Is anybody paying attention to us?
give me a perception check.
Yes.
Vigilant as
Ha!
always.
18.
Rowan comes walking in.
It kind of looks like some of the servants are kind of like just listening to the gossip at the table, mostly because they heard like the earlier part of the conversation.
Unsheathed my sword.
Like,
Which part was that? Sorry,
the
I don't
unsheathing
think
of
our
the
audience
sword
heard that part.
and,
The dispelling of the
dispel-
sword.
and,
Providing
gave her-
aid.
providing aid and doing stuff in front of her or him. Like they're trying, and as soon as they see you kind of looking, they're like, go back to work and like, oh, I wasn't looking, but like there's a little bit of eavesdropping.
Oh, you
I
dropping no
probably,
leaves,
yeah,
sir?
I don't know leaves. I'll lean in close to Nora, and since I can't whisper in this voice,
Yeah, I'm assuming
Stage
you're gonna
whisper.
whisper.
yeah, I'll be whispering. She had said something about my brother had asked her, how far is she willing to go for her mission? If it means hurting people that are just there, and she didn't have an answer, if she would go through with hurting other people.
I see.
I don't think she would. I mean,
Oh, she definitely wouldn't.
but she seemed very unsure of her answer.
What other questions did you ask her before you asked that?
We shall now read the minutes.
I mean, it's been a couple weeks, so I don't know.
It's been 1 week.
Like, just what other things did you guys talk about? Do you
Um,
remember?
She had talked about her mission, and
How do you guys feel about it?
about her mission.
Mhm.
I mean, it seems pretty weird that she needs a man to become a woman, but I mean, other than that, it seems pretty legit. Her village is expecting a lot out of her, even though she's pretty young. And I know that's kind of weird coming from me, but I also did something wrong. She didn't.
Well, I think it's different depending on where you come from. I mean, Rowan and I had to do our own little rite of passage to become, I guess, adults.
Yeah, and I get that, but to travel across country and kill somebody seems a bit much.
It is a lot, but I mean, we don't really know anything about her village or where she comes from or anything like that. And maybe this kind of thing is just the norm. We don't know.
I mean, it could be.
I mean,
don't know.
it
I
is
feel bad
odd,
for her.
but-
It's a lot to do when you. I mean, she said there's another guy out here with her, but I hope he's okay. If he's doing the same thing she's doing,
She has a friend? Another friend?
yeah,
Oh. Well, that's good. The more the merrier.
yeah, but it sounds like they're very far with communication.
Oh. Well, she could always, I guess, we can keep an eye out for her to try to find him if she needs to, I guess, or...
Well, I mean, we can be a friend and watch her back here,
Right.
since he can't be here. But
After a minute, you see Rowan walk into the table.
Good morning.
good morning.
How did you sleep?
Good. you?
Good.
Good. Do I know if you sleep?
You've never asked.
He sits.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
but
never-
we were on the road together for weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I
Know about
I
him
probably
just
would.
sitting
Yeah, I
there.
probably would have
Yeah.
explained at some point that I just sort of,
Sentry.
yeah, just like
Sit and wait for all of you flashbacks to wake up.
I was going to say he just sort of like shuts off, but like that's not.
You go into sleep mode like
Yeah.
a computer. One touch or one movement and
Sleep.exe.
instantly wake up.
I mean,
Just
he
wiggle the
probably,
mouse and I'll wake up.
he probably would. I mean, he would probably would assert that he rests.
He's
Yeah.
kind of like a
Some sort
motion
of-
censored activated light.
Clap on.
I'm a
Clap
I'm
on.
a built-in alarm spell,
Yeah.
just with not perfect perception. yeah. So he would have told you that he rests, not necessarily
I'll
asleep.
lean in to Rowan and ask him, did you tell your sister about the living previous life thing?
I didn't get that far when we were talking last night.
Okay, good thing I didn't say anything then.
And she's right there.
I like-
No, they're whispering. I don't know.
Soda voce.
Yeah.
I just can't do that and get the mic.
What kind of soda?
Exactly.
Can I have some?
I got a little bit left in here.
And talking quietly, he would lean over to Nora and say, "The doctor did say something about since we're from a Fey village, there's a potential that something to do with past lives.
Past lives.
I don't know if it has anything to do with the tree spirits around the village."
You can see that Nora immediately gets very suspicious
Okay.
and almost overly thoughtful at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to go talk to Papa.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay. We'll do that then. We'll do that. Yes, we will do that.
Okay.
Were you around when Una was talking to everybody?
Yes, I was there.
How do you feel about everything?
There was a lot of things going on that I did not understand.
Very similar to when I was in the academy.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Well, what happened? Just Una seemed very upset. Hans and Franz doesn't quite remember what all happened.
I'm very drunk listening.
Said some things.
I just want to make sure that
can
we're
anybody
okay.
help me out at all on what we all talked about? Because I don't remember.
Let me
It's
think.
actually kind of a blur for me a little bit too.
Yeah.
You guys,
I just
you
know
kind of insinuated that her village was irresponsible for sending her out here to do this on her own.
I don't remember insinuating
I mean, I
You
remember.
questioned her morals because she was
Yeah.
willing to impersonate the girl that lives at the
Oh,
shady
yeah.
bar.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
You were are you willing to let people die to do this? I'm trying to think what else you asked.
Well, I also asked her strategy
Mhm.
of, what has she been doing up till
Mhm.
now? And then being since that hasn't worked, let's try a different approach, which is where we're talking to Officer Hughs today later on.
Yeah.
And-
Which she seemed a bit nervous about because she doesn't want him to know things about her village and this.
and
so-
a criminal potentially on the roam in the streets. No, can't notify anyone about that. That's also a little criticism of Hans Franz gave.
That Hans and Franz.
Good
that
to
was
know.
fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So, there was some talk about one of the maids here. She was thinking about impersonating her to get into this bar. And I was like, well, isn't that going to put her in danger? And she was like, who cares? And I was like, well, that's not very nice. And then she kind of thought about it, was like, well, I mean, if it gets me what I want, and that's kind of where we got to the, are you okay hurting other people to get what you want done?
I see.
I don't think I understood it the same way that you did.
How did you understand it?
I don't think that she doesn't care. I think maybe she hasn't thought that far into it necessarily. There are lots of things that people do and they don't think all the way through. And sometimes it has big consequences, sometimes it has no consequences. I don't think she fully thought about whether or not it would cause any issues with the person that she is impersonating.
No, exactly. I'm on the same page with you. She hadn't thought it through, and that's where one of my hangups is. I mean, she didn't know if she would actually go through with it. It meant her getting hurt. But then also, she hadn't thought that far out. And trust me, I know doing something rash has consequences. So I just wanted to get her thinking about that. But my brother was a bit of a dick.
Throw you under the bus.
Hans and Franz. He was?
No, I mean, he's harsh. He's harsh because he cares. He wants her to really think about it and think it through.
I suppose Papa was sometimes like that.
Yeah, do you remember when we would get into trouble and Papa would get a little loud and what's the word I'm looking for? Not mean, but
Stern.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When he would get loud and a little bit more stern than he normally is.
Yes.
It was sort of like that.
I mean, like I said, it was... He wanted to really think about it because he's also seen what happens when somebody like myself jumps into something without fully thinking it through. I mean, I may have gotten exiled from my village, but he decided to join me. That was his choice. So he's living out that consequence of my action. So now it makes me more aware of what I'm doing. And he just wants other people to think about it too.
I can understand that. I think what's conflicting, though, is Una's so young. She doesn't really know any better at this point, and she seemed very, very hurt when I saw her last night. And I just want to make sure that we know we can all trust each other. We're all friends.
Yeah, I mean, you know, my brother and I had to grow up quick at a very young age. And, you know, I think sometimes he forgets that we're more the exception than the rule. But hopefully, I know my brother would protect her with his life if he needed to.
I know he would. Doesn't mean I'm not going to talk to him later, though.
Please do.
Ooh, snap.
I'm busy.
Meanwhile,
Ting, ting.
you're in the
Back
forge.
later. Ting, ting.
In the forge.
You're in trouble.
Ting, ting.
Is there gonna be a back of Una's hands sized dent in my axe?
No, just in his face.
Nora doesn't get violent.
No, I know.
She gets even.
Nora,
She just
no.
wraps things in
Nora
vines.
is the epitome
Yeah.
of I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
No! Not alive!
I think it would be good to let my brother work on his axe Rowan's axe for a little while. You know, let him think it out.
Yes, of course.
But I think we should all sit down and talk with Una and let her know that we're on her side. But sometimes you need to be able to accept help from your friends. And that was one thing I think she was having a hard time with last night. But again, it's new to her. She's young.
I agree. Well, we'll just talk it over when everybody is done with their things for the day, and maybe just...
Yeah, do you know
Take
what the
some
plan
time.
is for today?
I have no idea.
So, sounds like my brother and I are going to go speak with Hughs. And then the three of you are possibly...
Oh, right. Una told me about this.
Okay,
It came back to her.
It's all coming.
It was
back.
late.
Yep.
It's all
Late at
coming
night.
It was
back.
late at
Yeah.
night. She wouldn't remember.
A lot of
In the
emotions.
bathtub.
Well, then maybe we could talk over dinner.
I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna go get my brother. Have you seen Una at all?
I haven't seen her
I
since
haven't
this morning.
seen her yet.
Yeah, Una's still in the room writing the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Playing with Brio.
I'm sure she'll be down soon.
Wow. Maybe it'll be better if my brother and I, leave before she comes down. Just to. I mean, I don't want to let her know that. I don't want her to think we're angry at us by leaving early, but I also want to give her a chance to everybody to calm down a little bit. I don't know. What do you think?
If you'd like, we can.
We'll just let her know that you already headed out just to get an early start and that you said hello.
Do you want us to meet you at the university?
Sure.
Okay.
Hail, adventurers! Our podcast is hosted across multiple platforms, but all paths lead back to Patreon. For $1 a month, you can listen to all new episodes every Friday and follow Una, Nora, Rowan, and Hans and Franz on their adventures. If you're tight on funds, don't worry. You can still listen to new episodes every 2 weeks, but you're only going to hear some of the story. So if you don't want to miss a single dick joke or warm and fuzzy moment and the full ongoing story, consider supporting us on Patreon. It goes a long way in helping us produce the show. For new updates and behind-the-scenes pictures, follow us on all our social media accounts at The Westerverse, or visit our website, thewesterverse.com, for more information. Now, back to the show.
Alright, I can find one.
Okay. Go find your brother.
I bring some
Ting,
food.
Yeah.
Ting ting.
You got some bacon and some fruit.
For bookkeeping, how long would I have been at this?
Probably. If you probably only been in it for 2 hours because you did steak and eggs in the morning too,
Right.
so that would have been a bit of.
So then, how would you say I'd spent 1 spell slot, 2?
2 hours. He had 8 hours left, so 4.
Yeah, you would have at least spent 1 spell slot, and then you could have used one of your channels.
Okay.
Okay.
Ting ting.
Brother, why are you making that noise? Sound like an idiot.
There's bees.
He's not making that
It's
noise.
bees.
There are literally holy bees flying around.
They
Holy
literally have holes in
bees.
them.
Holy bees, Batman.
There's like this like luminescent hive surrounding the anvil that he's working on. Like he's inside of a hive that's like
What's the Forge
Non-opaque.
Master's name?
Juan
he's against the wall.
or one? Yeah, one.
Is it one or is it Juan?
It's
Because
Juan.
It's one. I think. It's WYON. I can't remember
Lion?
No, you said it was Juan.
I'm pretty
It's
sure you
Juan.
said it was
Yeah,
Juan,
because I looked up how to pronounce it, and it was a Gaelic name, and I'm bad at pronouncing. If there's any listeners who actually speak any of the Celtic languages, no, I'm deeply sorry that I don't know how to pronounce the names properly.
It's Juan.
Juan.
Yes.
The hell is this? Because this wasn't here last time you did this.
The bee thing?
Yeah. When you made my sword.
Nope.
No. I don't know what to tell you. He's been like that since he's been working on this axe.
Brother.
The hive just kind of like crumbles away, like dust that was held in place just suddenly falls, and mid swing he's like,
Oh, hey. Morning, brother. Good morning. What are you doing in Juan's Forge?
"I'm making Rowan's axe."
Well, you're making a mess.
What are you talking about? And he kind of swats at a couple of bees flying around.
I mean, you didn't do this last time.
Yeah, it's kind of new.
Okay.
Just wait
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, neither do I.
Just-
Brother, do you want to go see Hughs?
Oh yeah, we were gonna do that today. Yes, we need to go talk to Hughs.
Yeah. Put your shirt on.
Maybe I should wash up real quick.
Yeah.
You think? Okay.
I'll wait outside for you.
Okay. See you soon. And he'll put the tools away and go to the wash basin and wash down pretty quick.
Yeah, you can do that. Quick and dirty wash.
No, quick and clean.
Yeah.
We don't get dirty here.
Depends on who's watching.
No. And then I meet my brother out front of the Merchants Guild with my sword and shield at the ready.
And that's it.
The end. What a good
Episode
game, guys.
Over.
No, I meant like that's all. Whatever. So we begin walking towards was that a place called the Watchtower or something?
Yeah.
It's one of the city watch houses.
Yeah.
Right.
Did it have a name?
It was just the one in the Shades district. It was called I think it was just called
Shady
The
Watch.
Watchtower in
Yeah.
the Shades.
That's fine.
what it's
It
called.
doesn't need a name.
Yeah.
I was
I
just-
think
the Shady Tower.
Yeah. No, I wrote
Also known as the Dark Tower.
I wrote a sign up
No relation to.
for it. I wrote a sign up for it and everything, but I don't have my notes in front of me. But yeah, no, you can walk your way through the Shades and back to the 2-story watchtower.
We're walking.
So, brother,
Yeah?
are you gonna be okay with Una?
What do you mean?
Well, you were pretty upset last night.
I want to make sure she knows why she's doing what she's doing.
Yeah, I know, but you remember when Dad used to get very, stern with us when we were kids? I mean, granted, that was a long time ago for us. You remember
I
how
was
it made
more
us
scared
upset?
of Mom.
Yeah,
Well,
your mom was
yeah.
more of the stern one in my head canon, but I'm just saying. I always picture.
Do you remember when Mom used to get very angry at us for not thinking things through? Well, like when they kicked me out of the village.
Small stuff.
Small stuff,
I mean, that yes.
But even smaller
li-
things.
I'm living with that every day.
Yeah, and thank you, brother. But you remember when we just wouldn't think something through besides that? And Mom would get angry at us for not thinking it through. Remember it made us upset?
Yeah, when we were like 10.
Yeah, we grew up really fast. But imagine that would have kept happening through our teen years.
Probably. Probably.
Well, I mean, Una's still like a teenager.
She's 30, brother.
Did she tell us her age?
Yes,
She said she was
did.
32, but she looks like a 16-year-old.
And 31.
She's 31.
They age
I'll
differently.
be 32 next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she looks and acts like a teenager.
Right.
Yeah, but brother,
13 going on 30.
she doesn't act like she's much younger than you and I are.
Yeah, and she needs to start,
Yeah, but she's,
thinking a little more.
yeah, she's got to start. But yelling at her isn't gonna help.
I don't mean to yell at her, it's just my voice.
And your PC and your character behind the character's frustration, I know. But Nora said she was very upset last night.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, we don't want her to be upset. That's not nice.
How else is she gonna think about things?
We talk to her about it, brother. And we help her.
Yeah, we're gonna help her.
No, we gotta not talk at her. We have to talk to her. Talk with her.
But I was asking her questions.
Nah, I mean, and I'm guilty of this too. We were kind of talking at her. When she didn't have an answer, we kept going. It wasn't very nice.
I'm sorry, I was exhausted.
Well, don't say sorry to me, brother. We have to say sorry to her. I get where you're coming from, brother. But I also understand where she's coming from. And
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to push her away and not ask us for help. She's our friend. We haven't had good friends like this since we left. And I don't want to push any of them away.
True. Who was our last friend that we had outside of the village? That random thief that tried to steal from us and instead we gave him food?
I mean, was he our friend?
No, probably not.
I mean, there was.
Yeah, we don't really
Wow.
have any friends, do we?
Meeny, miny,
Holy
I
moe.
mean, we moved around a bunch, you know. We couldn't stay in one place.
No.
Who was your friends in the village?
You know, there was.
Narrator, why?
Well, there was Bobby and Billy and
Bobby B?
Steven and
I mean,
Toby.
I think our last real friends were. Oh, fuck, I can't remember their names. The
Is that-
sisters.
Oh, Astrid and
Ingrid.
Ingrid.
Yeah, I think our last real friends were Astrid and Ingrid.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We haven't had friends in a long time.
No.
This is getting really depressing.
This whole
Hans and
session,
Franz just sits down.
so heavy. What a heavy session.
Yup.
Okay. So, what you're saying, brother, is that I need to apologize to Una for the manner in which I spoke to her?
Exactly. Not in what you said to her, because you were right, you know. She's got to think it through.
Yeah.
She's got to be, you know, aware of the consequences of her actions. But, you know, we can be a little more diplomatic about it.
I'm no good at diplomacy.
Yeah, I know, brother, but she's still your friend, you know. You got to think about that.
I do think about it. And, I mean, I guess I was harsh because I care, right?
And that's what I
I'm
said.
no good with, gentle words.
But, brother, you make some of the most beautiful poetry I've ever read.
Yeah, but that's intense stuff.
We'll channel that.
You want me to write Una a poem?
I mean, if you want to, but now just think about how the nightingale would say something when you speak to her. You know, the nightingale, she speaks quietly, but it projects, you know, and she gets across what she's trying to say.
Yeah.
So you got to channel that.
Yeah, well, okay. I'll have to think about that a little bit, brother. But we should probably focus on what we're going to say to Hughs.
I mean, we have to ask him about, you know, if he's heard anything. I think we should maybe ask him about, you know, these cat burglars and the mud thieves.
Do you think the cat burglar has something to do with Una?
Well, I think it might be all connected, you know, criminal organizations and all that. You know, you don't steal from the rich if you're some lowly thief. You have to get the group behind you, you know. I mean, maybe they call themselves something like, you know, like the Muddy Bandits or something.
Yeah, I bet the name's like Harry and Marv.
Probably some stupid like that. The downfall probably some kid, you know, left at home on
All
vacation.
alone.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, didn't we have, I guess, some identification, some identifying description from Una about this guy?
Yeah, but it didn't seem like she wanted us to pass it along.
How are we supposed to find him otherwise?
Shit. I mean, no, but did she give us a description of the other guy?
She gave you the description of one person, and they were like very big, very intimidating looking. They had like a scar on their face. and
Yeah,
very
there
long
was the guy that's probably related to her,
Yeah.
but there was the other guy.
She didn't see the
him.
other
Okay,
person.
I couldn't remember that.
Yeah.
Nope, she didn't see him. All she saw was that he was in a
Well,
bigger guy wrapped in a cloak.
Well, maybe we'll leave that until the end if he's got nothing else, you know.
Well, maybe we need to ask Hughs about the boar's head specifically.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Those guys suck.
The glasses are
Shit.
always dirty.
Hans and Franz, like, I've been thinking about this, but Hans and Franz hasn't. But now that it's been come up, he's like, shit, and just kind of like starts like probably pretty obviously like looking around, like, oh shit, is somebody watching us?
Give
Somebody
me a
following us?
perception check.
10, because I rolled a 1.
Not quite sure. There's maybe somebody, but then like they turned down a different street. It seemed like they were out of the corner of your eye for a little bit.
Brother,
What are you doing?
I think we're being followed. You
Oh.
know, like
Oh.
Una and I were.
Okay. And I'll just kind of start as we're walking,
Mhm.
seeing if I can spot it, but like, you know, just like doing the checking the window of a store and like looking back and,
Give me a perception check.
trying to be a little more coy about it.
Inconspicuous.
Yeah, inconspicuous. 16.
You don't see anybody. Like, you kind of look in the direction that he pointed off, but you don't really see anybody else. Like,
If this dude's following them, why does he have such high stealth? Holy shit.
Because he's a killer.
Yeah.
because I rolled shit for him, but I rolled really good to lose him.
Oh, so there is
so
somebody.
there is someone. Thanks, honey.
Well, no, I implied that. You saw somebody that looked like they might have been following you, then they ducked behind an alley.
Oh, so even your 10 was able to...
Yeah, because I rolled shit, and then I rolled really good.
Wow.
I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
There was
probably
somebody.
following
Well, they
us.
went down the alley, dummy.
There's a lot of people going down the alleys.
No, there isn't. It's an alley.
That's where the trash is. You gotta cut over that street anyway.
Where do you go pee in the city?
Straight
Look,
down
come
the
on,
sewer hole.
we're almost to Hughs. We'll get inside the gate. It'll be fine.
Go knock on the door of the gatehouse or watch house. Or
Yeah, you can go
It's
knock
more
on
like-
the door of the watch house.
Hughs!
There's like a person who is wearing, it looks like leather armor and,
Guy with a big mustache and some mittens is like, go away!
Go away! Has short brown hair and, half elf and probably like their early 20s. You don't have to knock. You can just come in.
Well, did we knock last time we came here?
No.
No,
Then
we're-
I went
we're
to
with
knock.
Oh,
Hughes.
okay. No. There's a...
Jeez.
We
Oh,
were with Hughes though last time.
No, you weren't.
No, we weren't. We came and we
Where's
met him
that?
here.
No, but, you know,
So just
you can
walk-
walk
It's
in.
been a while.
There's a
It's been
young,
a while.
a young half elf who's manning the front desk, basically, and looks up. Oh, can I help you?
Yeah, we're here to see Hughs.
Let me see if he's available. Names?
Hans and Franz.
I love it.
What is your business with him?
He helped us with the job a couple weeks ago.
And we're following up on an investigation.
All right. I will see if he's available. And he like motions to have somebody else come watch the front desk for him, and then he goes up like the little staircase upstairs. And
What's your name?
Fred,
Hi, Fred. We are Hans and Franz.
hello.
You worked here for a long time?
Only since like last 2 years.
So you know Officer Hughs pretty well.
Yeah, he's a pretty good captain.
How about the area? You know the area pretty well?
Yeah, it's not my ideal job, but you know, if I put in some good time here, I might get to move to one of the nicer watch houses.
You ever run into any of the venerables?
Well, I'm trying to think of how he would answer this, because I'm just creating this person in my head. So if I'm pausing, it's not because this person is suspicious, it's just I'm trying to think of what they would say, because I'm trying to think, who
Sure.
is this person?
Insight check.
I didn't expect you guys to talk to
12.
Jesus Christ.
even there.
Try to catch him if I can. They're a slippery bunch, but
So you're on the investigation of the venerables then?
well, all of us are trying to look out for them and figure out their hideouts and everything. If you have information on that, I would recommend sharing it with.
Have you ever been to the Boar's Head? Insight check as he answers the question.
Well, first, high or low? What'd you say?
Low. He said low.
Okay. Yeah, it's a really shitty bar. I only went there one time.
Okay.
I only drank like once.
If you insight check him,
No,
Oh,
if
yeah.
he's-
Oh, no.
Yeah, okay.
We asked him the question. We're watching that guy.
13.
it seems like he thought it was really shitty
15.
there. And he has only been one time. Seems on the level.
You know, Hughes is a pretty good guy. And, you know, I'm sure if you work hard, he'll help you do what you want to do with your career.
Also, you should probably check out the Boar's Head again.
Brother, that's for Hughes.
He looks
He
very
said to
bewildered.
share.
He said it with Hughes.
No, but
He just said, tell Captain Hughes.
I just heard share.
I mean, sharing is caring. But in this case, it may get them dead.
I'd rather
don't
not be.
care.
I'd rather not be dead. No, if you have suspicion of places like that might be associated or people hang out there, just let him know if he's available.
Do you know if he worked last night?
He had the night off. Well, no, he was supposed to have the night off, but I think he ended up doing some patrols. It's been a little busy around here lately with
And where were you between the hours of 8 and 10 p.m.?
Been busy with what?
Well, there's been some break-ins in the Noble District, which isn't really our department, but it's been spread around. We've been looking for clues.
That
of
cat burglar?
Or was it the Muddy Bandits?
I didn't know they were called the Muddy Bandits. I've heard.
Oh no, it's canon.
Oh, I'm spreading this shit. I'm spreading this shit.
Just like mud.
Yep.
I know that from what I've heard from some of the guards who were fired from the noble estates that got broken into, they didn't see anything. Some said that there was water or mud all over the place, and others said that there was nothing. They didn't see anything. One said he saw a shadow, but that was it.
Wait, nobles can fire city guards?
Well, no, it was their private guards.
So then did they come work for you guys?
Well, some of them are trying. Most of them don't really want to work in this part of town because they only put the losers here.
What do you mean? This is a dangerous place. This is where you got to get good at what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm trying to be a fighter, I'm not going to go hang out with kittens all day.
The city guard is, in this part of town, is much more of the recent development, and it was only put up because of the guild requesting extra protection around this area, but most of us are new in the force and don't have any...
Which means you're going to be better off when you leave here.
Right, but a lot of the people that end up in the cushier jobs in the city are usually secondary, third sons of nobles.
But why would you want that? That sounds super boring.
Well, it's a cushy job. After a minute, it looks like the other one comes back. The younger
That means you
half-elf
got 60
comes
more
down the
seconds to
stairs.
question this guy.
Comes back down the stairs. Officer or Captain Hughes says he'll see you.
Oh, do we follow you?
Yeah, I'll take you up to his office.
Okay.
Thank you, Fred. Have a good day.
Yeah, Fred, it was good meeting you.
You too. Definitely talkative sort.
If you ever need a hand with anything, let us know.
Here's our card.
Here's
So
my
what's-
number.
Is it just like a piece of parchment with like Hans and Franz scribbled on it and that's it?
No, it's very nice.
Can
It's
you
got
guys
like
write? No, I know you can, but
Yeah, I can write. He's been writing his memoirs. No,
dear Penthouse.
not those kind of memoirs.
that's not a memoir. That's a...
You go up the little small flight of stairs to a very narrow hallway, and there are some smaller offices. And fortunately, it's a little bit easier for you guys to fit in this time versus last time when all 5 of you were there. Rowan had to stand out in the hall last time. You went out and smoked during this.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
I didn't think all of us went there.
No, you all
Yeah,
did last
we
time.
all burned in there.
So yeah, Hughes is in there. He is actually standing by a window and he is smoking a pipe. Some tobacco in it and what?
Nothing.
Yeah, he's smoking a pipe and he's like, "Oh, Hans and Franz, good to see you. Sit down."
How are you doing?
And he like, tired, but what else is new?
Well, the bunch of stuff, really. Did you have any updates on, what we discussed last time we were here?
Not into finding the specific person that broke into the guild, if that's what you're wondering, but
Well, like maps of the sewers and the aqueducts.
no, can't get the damn people to give me those the paperwork for that.
Son of a bitch.
Well, did
Hans
they,
and Franz just like spaces out.
Okay.
And like a very stern look on his face, like he forgot something important.
Okay.
did did you guys happen to follow the tunnels any further and find any more of these summoning circles?
Well, To be honest, we were doing a little bit of investigating, but it's kind of been something we've locked down over the last few days with some of these random well floodings and then the break-ins. Everyone's got attention on that, and security getting ready for the festival.
Right. There's been wells flooding.
Well, I'm not really sure if I'd call it flooding. It's more of like occasionally there's just the wells. Some of the wells around the city just have collapsed. There's been a few that have just shot water straight up into the air and geysered for a minute or two. And now that there's been a couple aqueduct workers that have actually gone missing in the sewers, in the aqueducts region in the sewers.
Do you have a map?
What I've been able to draw, and he actually like moves some papers on his desk, and he pushes like a little silver tobacco case out of the, like over, and then like folds out some papers. This is what I have. It's in between the Billows district and the Silks district is where most of the flare-ups have happened, and that's also where many of the workers have gone missing, which is where we came out of that one time.
So where is that on the map?
That is
5 and 4 right by the water.
yeah.
So in there?
Yeah. In this area, there's
That's where
more
we came
flare-ups.
Seems very strange that, that's where we came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm actually...
Would you be able to get this access down there for our group to go, poke around a bit?
Yeah, I can do that. I actually was planning on doing a search just because there's been some... The city waterworks has said that a few of their people have gone missing on shift before, and I went and investigated one instance. It was actually Carl, the guy who was on guard the night we were there. Or the one I went to go look for. Schrodinger?
What happened to Carl?
Carl of Schrodinger Street?
Yeah, no, I know.
He's gone missing. Like, his, the place that he watched the gate by, like, he just, when the guy came in the morning to switch it out, was, the area was, I don't want to say destroyed. It was like, things were, like, the stone had been, and metal had been, like, melted in areas, and there was scorch marks.
Well,
and,
that's not good.
no.
Like there's maybe some more elementals?
More what?
Elementals? The summoning circle?
I'm not as familiar with magic, but you mean the things that you guys said you fought that night you watched the wine shipment?
Yeah. Maybe there's some fire ones.
I mean, there were mud, there was water. Sure, why not fire? Give us some air while you're at it.
So you said you were going to go back in there? When?
I was gonna maybe try to go tonight.
Brother?
I mean,
May we come along?
yeah, I'd appreciate that. You guys are definitely more experienced fighters than I am.
Where would you like us to meet you?
And when?
Why don't you meet me over by the bar that's near there?
The Boar's Head?
No, the one right by where we met Carl.
With the novice?
The hair. You didn't meet.
No, the hair was the
no.
whorehouse.
That's where.
No. It's the. Oh, it's what is it called?
Oh, do you need it? I'm supposed to
Oh.
you're good.
No, the lamb. It's the bar that's
Yeah,
near
the one
there.
that was
Yeah.
right out when you come up
Yeah.
back out to the street. There was a bar right there.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It's
you
called
remember.
the Lamb?
I guess.
Yeah, there's a lady there. What's her name? She has short red hair, very friendly. Misty, I think was her name.
Wait.
Right. Does she specialize in water magic?
Did she have
And creatures.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think about that. That's funny. He's like, not that I was aware.
Well, Haunted Friends would ask that because
No.
Wasn't there a Misty at the tournament? Oh my!
Lady Sea Mist.
Sea Mist.
No.
That's
No,
what
yeah.
it was. I was
That's
like,
Misty
probably the
is
same
the-
person.
something.
Totally
Misty
same
is
person.
the lamb's barmaid.
Yes.
Got it.
You
Well,
guys
I
went.
talked to before.
Oh, you talked to her before?
Well, yeah, when we were there last time.
He didn't go with you guys. He went to go talk to Carl. Because
we-
Carl was off
But
duty.
We went and he saw us go into the bar.
I mean, we
No, you separated on top of the streets. He didn't know where you went.
Yes, we talked with at night. Trying to see if anybody had heard anything, about 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever it was.
Oh, well, see, I had that same thought. I went and asked her, and she said she didn't see anything.
So conflicting stories. No, I'm just kidding. Well, yeah, we'll meet there at what time?
Well, I don't know. What's your guys' schedule today? I was gonna do it off the clock, but maybe I could go with you guys a little earlier.
Well, I mean, no offense, but you look like you use a nap.
That's fine. I'll sleep when I go home.
Well, now why don't you take a little nap? We got to go to university, meet up with, Una and Nora and Rowan. And
You guys are going to the academy?
yeah, we've got a friend there, and I just realized that I'm an idiot and I should have asked her something yesterday. So I want to hurry and get over there. So I'll so what time is it right now?
It's still early in the morning. Yeah, you guys probably woke up around 6, worked out, forged stuff for 2 hours. It's probably like close to 10 or 11.
Okay. Do you want to just meet us there? Meet us at the Lamb for lunch, like 12:31.
You guys know it's going to take you like 30 minutes to walk from here to the university.
It's like 3 o'clock. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys could meet at like maybe 2. Put it in there.
Late lunch.
Yeah,
I don't want to necessarily go in exploring the aqueducts on an empty stomach, so maybe we should go, or on a full stomach, maybe we should meet a little bit after that.
Yeah, that's a good point, and we should probably meet and kind of discuss some plans,
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can't try and get this map of the aqueducts.
That's a good plan. I probably maybe I can swing home for lunch myself.
Be safe, Hughes. Do you know the Ball's Head?
He thinks for a minute.
Does he know?
How long has Hughes been in this district?
He's the captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that place off of Mark Street, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up in the Shades.
I don't know the street.
Oh, yeah. No.
But now there's one of our friends was following somebody who was doing some shady stuff, and they went in there, and apparently the bar, I think the bar has an entrance into the aqueducts. Because the person she was following, she has a spell where she can sense where somebody is, and they went in and they went down, and then kept going down, and then kept going back. And was definitely bigger than the size of the bar.
He was kind of like has a look on his face like, motherfucker, why didn't, okay. Maybe I'll have some boys stake it out.
Yeah, be careful. We got the term is maid while we were there, and they followed Una and me home. And then I think they were following us on the way here. And Una said she thought they were following her yesterday as well.
That's not good. Well, hopefully...
For them.
Yeah, make sure none of you guys are by yourself or anything, and just keep an eye out then. But I'll make note of all of it, and man, I hope we can find answers to this soon.
Yeah, these people seem like shit.
He kind of knocks the tobacco out of his pipe.
Ash.
Yeah, the ash out.
You knocked the tobacco out of it,
Sorry,
and you're not done
the
smoking.
ash. Sorry, I don't know how to smoke. Knocks it out. Grabs a little handkerchief to clean it out or whatever you used. I don't know.
Handkerchief.
What do you used to? I don't.
Just stop where you're at, Lizzie. It's fine. Just
You
say.
don't need to narrate.
He cleans it out.
He cleans his pipe and
Yeah,
sets
he
it
cleans
down.
it, sets it down. Yeah, I'll see you guys. What did we say? 2, 3.
Say 2:30.
It's
Just
2:30.
to be safe.
Yeah. I'm gonna go home and visit my husband for lunch.
What?
Did we know that?
Is that new information?
New information. Chief Scoop, Hosafron's got it.
Why is everybody acting like this is such a big
Oh,
deal?
just-
Everyone's like, he's married? Damn it, I was hoping he was single.
Yeah. I didn't know that he had a husband. That was...
Yeah. No, I should have, originally, like, I was gonna have you guys insight check his little,
That means that a
tin.
homunculi.
and pondering.
His tin.
That's what it is.
That means that a homunculi can't kill him now.
Oh.
But what if they adopted a little girl? And they're just going to sign the paperwork.
Homuncular.
No.
Hey, you stay away from phone booths.
What?
I'd be safe, man. See you in a couple hours.
Yeah, so you...
Check for moles.
For moles?
Yeah, the
You know.
homunculus.
Oh!
In case you've got the, a yard. Keep that grass good,
I don't really have a yard in the city, but...
Alright,
No, he'll
Check
see
your
you
window
guys.
planter.
He'll see you guys out.
alright. And then we'll make our way to the university.
No. But you guys are hilarious. He has a... Wait, is this new information?
Yeah, I was excited. Like, sweet. Cool.
Oh no,
Character development.
No,
Yeah.
Hughes has a half-elf husband that lives in the city, and
Oh, so it's not Ponder.
no, it is not
Oh,
Ponder.
Oh, Ponder was single.
Ponder's single. For now.
Maybe
he might find love.
Yeah, you never know.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Boar's Head?
Alright,
Anything
so
else?
we weren't there for very long, right?
You guys are probably there for like 20 minutes.
All right.
So
I'm gonna fast walk us to. Wait, brother, do you have a way to send the message? No. Fuck. Alright, as fast as we can go without running, because I know Hughes doesn't want us running in the city. Make our way to the university.
You know, once we leave the
to try and beat
Shades
them.
District, we're fine, because Hughes ain't here.
you're trying to beat them? Okay.
Yeah, because she was looking at things of the aqueducts in the city to try and plan her city out better. Motherfucker.
Who?
Right there, fucking Rhiannon was.
I was wondering if he was gonna get that. That's literally what I was gonna ask because of your session last time about that stuff. Interesting.
So beat feet. Since they weren't even close to being ready to leave yet. Hopefully we'll beat them there.
How long does it take you guys to leave to head there?
Nora was already ready, so she's just waiting.
Una?
Yeah, waiting for Una.
You guys are back at
How
the
long
guild.
does it take to rebraid?
Oh, she would have rebated before she went to bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Finish a letter, eat breakfast.
Definitely de-summon Spriel because she doesn't want the people following her to know that she
Mhm.
has Spriel. So definitely de-summon him.
Okay.
Nora, Rowan, are you ready to go?
Yes. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I need to go drop off a letter first. Do you guys mind if we do that before we go to the college?
Well, that's fine. We have a letter to drop off, too. We were planning on sending it through... I guess there's some express mail that gets there faster.
Oh yeah, I'll show you where it is. And I'll take them to the place
Sure.
to do the letter.
It's in District 3 across from the academy over here because this is where most of like the official buildings are and there's
Yep.
like post things. So yeah, you can go there.
How much does it cost? With my capelet.
With
too.
your capelet, it probably costs 15 gold. With
How about a single letter for them?
We also have a setting stone.
with the sending stones, it's probably 13 gold with the because they're not big, but they're a
Yeah,
little
because
bit
we
big.
just plan on sending one of the stones and the letter with it.
Yeah.
So how much?
13 golds.
Okay.
And I'm assuming you're gonna write a letter for me.
Yeah, I'll write it
Because
for
I'm
you.
like, I have no idea what your parents will respond with. Let me note this in my calendar that letters got sent on this day.
Yeah, right.
I love how you're like trying to speed race to them to get there before them, though. Like, you can't say this in front of all of them. It's just funny to me.
No, I want to make sure that I'm there before them,
So that we
so we don't
don't...
have to try and catch up to them.
Sure,
Because if they
Fair
go in
enough.
first,
Right.
I don't want to go in and disrupt them.
sure.
It's gonna look weird if she's gonna. Plus, I'm not even gonna go in. I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, you guys, ask her if she has this. I just saw her yesterday, and
I'm good.
It's too awkward if I see her again today after
No,
we did stuff
I'm
together.
still
After we
really-
did stuff.
after we did all this magic together,
front row
he's
We had a magical time.
still nervous with the sword thing.
They're just gonna recast busted again. Okay, fine.
He hates having his sword bound up.
No, it's not that. He's just like, holy shit, what if they found out after I left that my sword didn't have its thing on it?
What if they check my sword for enchantment and it's like, this spell was broken?
Is that like protection?
Yep.
It's hilarious, is what it is. Okay, so that probably going over there first and leaving a bit later.
They're totally gonna be.
Yeah, you guys will probably beat them there by like a half hour.
It's not the truth.
So yeah, I would say it cuts to you guys, but you would technically get there probably a little bit before they do. So
They'd be just waiting for us.
are you just waiting outside the gate area?
Well, yeah, like, I wouldn't like be standing there so the guards waiting for him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Out in the street.
All right.
waiting for him.
Yeah, there's a kind of courtyard of entertainers and just people hanging out outside of the academy, like, you know, food sellers and like people hawking their wares.
Conversing about random topics, maybe?
Yeah. Sure.
I don't know what I'm gonna do while they're in there. I'll spread the word of the diet.
Okay.
Hey.
But I gotta wait for them to get here first.
Okay.
Soapbox.
You're probably waiting for about 30 minutes and then they show up.
That's like half hour of birds and bees.
No, he doesn't want to get interrupted from the flow.
Oh,
He doesn't want to interrupt his flow, so he's just gonna wait.
sick flow, bro.
Dude.
Respect the flow.
You guys arrive out towards the academy and see two familiar twin faces out there, kind of chilling up by the stone wall.
Hans and Franz, you guys are already here?
Yeah, we meeting with Hughes went pretty quick. He wants us to go with him into the sewers, into the aqueducts.
Yeah, the aqueducts.
Yeah, apparently something happened to the guard that,
Carl.
yeah, Carl Schrodinger.
No, Carl's on Schrodinger Street.
Yeah, Carl of Schrodinger Street.
Oh.
Yeah, Carl, you remember the guy that we met the night that we were watching the Barrels of Wine?
Mhm.
He's missing. So are a couple other people.
You guys didn't meet Carl, you met somebody else. Carl was the guy who was on watch that night.
Yeah.
And then you met the really asshole guy whose name escapes me.
Wait.
Carl was off duty, and that's why
Carl
Hughes
was
went
the
to go
one that
talk
was-
to
Carl's
him.
the
talk
witness.
to Carl.
Because
Now it makes even more.
Oh, okay. Sounds like, man, that guy was a dick.
No.
Do I really care that he's no? All right.
No,
So-
Carl was
You
the
never met
witness.
Carl.
Yeah, Carl was the
Witness.
guy that Hughes went to go talk to the night.
Yeah, Chad.
Chad.
Oh, that's right. I didn't know Chad.
Brandenson.
Yeah, Brandonson.
Chad
The
of
maintenance.
Chad of
worker.
Brandonson Street.
Right.
Yeah. So a couple people have gone missing, including Hughes' body, Carl. And so he wants us to meet, or at least us. I mean, if you guys want to come with, it'd be great. About 2:30 over at the Lamb, the bar that we went to, and we came out, and then go into the sewers with him.
Well, I'd be okay with that.
I think the sewers is a good idea.
Also, a request when you guys go and see Rhiannon.
Are you not coming with us?
Now, I'm still scared about yesterday.
You're scared about yesterday?
Yeah, remember she dispelled the lock of my sword? Which is a much better way to fucking put it. Why didn't I? I was really scared that they were going to find out that she had done that, and that my sword wasn't locked in its scabbard.
I think it's okay.
No,
They probably don't remember you.
Snap.
Shots fired.
my brother's not dead to me. But no, you guys go in and say hi for me. But when we were there yesterday, she had maps of the aqueducts. See if you can get a copy of them or something.
Okay. Sure. We go in.
Yeah.
Good morning, Una.
Good morning, Una.
Yeah, I like out my brother. Like,
Good morning. Because obviously they're being awkward. Because, like, he's.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a lot. And,
Is Hans and Franz literally.
No, he's
reading
not.
it?
He's not. This is me.
I was like, okay.
No, this is me. Because I had to write it down. So anyway.
Una, you are my friend, and I care for you deeply. I know my words were harsh, and I spoke to you steeply. I meant you no harm. I'm very low on charm. Please, won't you please forgive me?
Josh, you get an inspiration point.
Oh,
That was so damn good.
That was
that's
fantastic.
2.
Oh yeah, I forgot we got one last week.
Did you say that we all got one?
Yeah, you should all at least have one.
Okay.
I really need to be better about giving those out.
I mean, in all the months that I DM'd, I never gave out a single inspiration point, so you're fine.
Yeah, I don't do it very often.
Oh, it literally
You
just
don't
gives
have-
me a son.
Characters
Yeah.
writing poetry
Okay.
for other characters.
I should have got a bard.
So you have one until you use it.
And I'll say, of course I do, and give you a hug.
No.
And he'll
Insight check.
hug you back.
Stab you in the back. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, and then she'd just turn and go into the
I'm
castle.
also side too. You can't do that.
I'm here too.
Hi, the other twin.
I am the
Sorry.
other
It-
twin.
It's
Mhm.
okay, Hans and Franz. It's fine.
Kai.
Okay, good luck.
I'm gonna have to go
The
speak to
Academy.
the flock.
Oh yeah.
No, and like I don't want to take any time from the table. He'll just
Okay.
like
Yeah.
see people are you know talking about stuff, and he'll try and
Sure.
you know.
Chime in.
We'll probably roll me a few charisma checks. Or charisma check. Just charisma checks.
How many?
Let's do 3.
But
Okay.
he's very persuasive.
Well,
that's
fine,
alright.
do-
20, 17,
Oh.
and 15.
Are you trying to get into conversations to talk about the Bendaya, or are you
Yeah,
just trying
I'm trying to
eavesdrop?
spread the word of
okay,
the
Okay,
Bendaya.
yeah. You can do it. It takes a little bit. You gotta kind of like listen to other people's bullshit for a while
Yeah,
first,
no,
but eventually you
he
can.
understands.
You find somebody emotionally vulnerable looking for answers, and
Wow.
Ask him to join the cult of the Bendaya.
Yeah.
I mean the.
the Bendaya of Latter-day Saints.
Lizzie Hughes isn't here right now. You
This
can
is
put
so
the
much
cigarette out.
fun.
Stop it.
Hand it to me.
Stop it. It's
What?
incorrect ASMR.
Put the faux cigarette down.
Lizzie.
Have yourself a real cigarette, lady.
Hey, wait! I can finally get a low voice.
That's
When
Well,
you finally get your.
I can finally
I
you
don't
guys.
think your husband would like that.
Dear, that's paper.
Oh yeah.
Roz.
just
You
paper.
finally
I
get
can
your
find-
Roz voice.
No, if I do it
I
real,
watch
if I
you,
actually
Wazowski.
Yeah.
Always watching.
Yeah, you guys go up to the gate.
Did Una? She was obviously keeping track. Did Una see anyone following her this day?
Give me a perception check.
Oh yeah, I would have said that. I think we were followed.
Oh, that's one better than my passive. A 16.
You're pretty sure you were followed a
Yeah.
little bit of the way, but as it got more towards the academy, they scurried off in the
Yeah.
central market area.
If Una's definitely gonna be like tough persona the whole way. Clean tough.
Did you tell Nora the following thing? I don't remember.
No, I don't think you said
Nope.
anything about
No.
being followed.
And you wouldn't have, would you?
I would have mentioned it when you guys ran this. Just to let you know.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
since Hans and Franz would have mentioned it, Nora
Mhm.
would have been keeping an eye out too,
Okay.
but trying not to not to be obvious.
Okay.
So,
Huh.
I mean,
Where?
Would have seen this. Give me a perception check.
No. Una don't want to worry.
natural 20, so
Ooh.
that is a 26.
You would have seen somebody following you. You actually probably would have gotten like more distinct features, and it looked like just a human person, probably in their like 20s with black hair following, and then kind of like darted away.
Male, female.
It looked like a female, but it was kind of hard to tell from a distance.
Okay, cloak.
Yeah, more like a traveler's cloak. Like they weren't dressed like an assassin. They were just dressed kind of like
Average.
average.
Okay.
A good assassin doesn't dress like
Exactly.
an assassin.
But it wasn't a familiar face or anything.
Okay.
I'm only
Don't
giving
blend
you
in.
more of those specifics because you rolled a goddamn natural 20. Like, good lord.
Okay.
To see Rhiannon.
Yep, you go
Have
up
you-
to the gate.
Give her Nora the flower. You have another one.
No, those are still in my.
Okay.
Oh, by the way.
I forgot when we saw Rhiannon, she had these in her trash can, and I saw them, and I asked if I could have them, and she said I could, and I got them so that I could give them to you.
What is he holding?
He's
It's
he's holding a
golden
gold
flower crown.
It's literally like
is
roses
that-
covered in gold.
Is that the crown from the contest that we were at?
I think so.
Well, thank you, but
If you want, I can hold on to it.
If you
Please
want,
do.
if you
Okay.
want, I can wear it.
Nora's like, it looks fragile. I'm gonna break it. You keep it.
I will only wear this to the ball.
I will probably never wear it because I don't have the confidence to wear it.
Aw. Someone's got to take her to the ball.
That's Nora.
What does Rhiannon want to speak to Una about? And is the party being followed by venerable agents? Find out next time on The Guardians of Fehal.